Hello my dear students of class 4. Welcome to the Value Education class. First and foremost, today's topic that we'll discuss is revision on the 3 chapters that we have already done. So the first chapter is the magic paintbrush. I hope all of you have gone through the story very well, but still today we'll do a quick recap of the story. Okay, this is chapter 5, the magic paintbrush. Okay, so the story begins in this way. Malyang was a wonderful artist. One day he dreamt of owning a magic paintbrush which could bring anything he drew to life if he uttered some magical words. When he found that his dream became true, he used his paintbrush to do good to people and help them to prosper. One day, a greedy rich man stole the magic paintbrush, but he could not make it to work as he did not know the magic words. The greedy man then kidnapped Malyang and ordered him to make the magic paintbrush work. He wanted Liang to draw a golden palace in the center of an island. Malyang was furious and he decided to teach the greedy man a lesson. He drew the palace on the center of an island and a boat for the greedy man to sail to it. When the picture came to life, Malyang drew huge thunderous waves and destroyed the ship. When the greedy man was midway in the sea and sailing towards his palace, the ship drowned and the evil man died. Malyang became free and continued to put his magic paintbrush to good use. So children, from this story we learn that we should always share our happiness and blessings with others. Only then we can enjoy what we have. We should not be greedy and selfish. Okay? Now we'll move on to the revision exercises. The first one we have, answer the following questions. You can note it down in your copies. Okay? Take out your copies and note it down. Answer the following questions. Number 1. What did Malyang dream one day? What did Malyang dream one day? The answer is very easy. One sentence answer, and the answer is, one day Malyang dreamt of holding a magic paintbrush. One day Malyang dreamt of holding a magic paintbrush. Next, number 2. What did Malyang draw to teach the greedy man a lesson? What did Malyang draw to teach the greedy man a lesson? The answer is, Malyang drew huge waves and a thunderous storm to teach the greedy man a lesson. This answer is also very easy. You can see Malyang drew huge waves and a thunderous storm to teach the greedy man a lesson. You will write these answers by yourself. Okay? I am just discussing it. Okay? Next, number 3. List 2 things that Malyang drew which benefited his village. List 2 things that Malyang drew which benefited his village. And the answer is, number 1. Malyang drew a gurgling river flowing through the village. Number 2. Malyang drew the picture of 2 oxen tilling the land. These were the 2 things that benefited his village. I repeat, number 1. Malyang drew a gurgling river flowing through the village. And number 2. Malyang drew the picture of 2 oxen tilling the land. These were the 2 things that benefited his village. I hope you all have written everything down. Now we are moving to the next exercise, that is fill in the blanks. Fill in the blanks. Here I will not tell you the answers. You will write the answers on your own. Okay? So you will get all the answers in the book itself. Number 1. Malyang was a dash artist. Malyang was a dash artist. Number 2. The people in the village were dash and dash him. The people in the village were dash and dash him. Number 3. A greedy man stole his dash. A greedy man stole his dash. Number 4. Malyang drew huge waves and a dash storm. Malyang drew huge waves and a dash storm. Moving to the next exercise, that is answer in one word. Right? Answer in one word. Number 1. Malyang brought enough water into the village by drawing this. Malyang brought enough water into the village by drawing this. Number 2. Malyang drew a ship for this man to sail towards the golden palace. Malyang drew a ship for this man to sail towards the golden palace. Number 3. This grew in abundance as lot of water was available to irrigate the field. This grew in abundance as lot of water was available to irrigate the field. I hope everything is clear to you. Now we'll move to the next chapter, that is the Squirrels Stripes. Okay, this is chapter 6 from your book, The Inner Circle. Chapter 6, the Squirrels Stripes. Okay, now let's look into the brief summary of the story. To rescue Sita from Ravana, Rama approached Sugriva for help. Sugriva appointed his general Hanuman to assist Rama to reach Lanka, where Ravana had kept Sita. The Vanar Sena, that is the monkey army, started building a stone bridge across the ocean to reach Lanka. Hanuman, a loyal devotee of Lord Rama, engraved Rama's name on each stone. A squirrel joined the army wanting to help and started carrying small stones and pebbles in her mouth. The other monkeys mocked and laughed at her for her effort. One of the monkeys took her by the tail and threw her into the mid-air. Fortunately, she landed up safely in Rama's hands and started crying. Just then, the monkey army realized that they needed small pebbles to fill in between the boulders to protect the bridge from crumbling down. Impressed by the squirrel's devotion, Lord Rama stroked her back with his 3 fingers. It is believed that from then on, all Indian squirrels have 3 stripes at their backs due to the blessings of Lord Rama. Okay? So from the story, things that we learn are to support someone, to stand by someone. We should always support someone. We should always stand by someone. Then we also learn to respect, love and be loyal to someone, to be honest and true, to show that you care about someone, we should always work together as a team. Okay, these are the things that we learn from this story. Now we'll move on to the exercise part. So children, again write down. Answer the following questions. Answer the following questions. Number 1. Was Lord Rama impressed by the squirrel? Why? Was Lord Rama impressed by the squirrel? Why? Answer. Yes, Lord Rama was impressed by the squirrel because the squirrel was concerned to save Sita and showed her true love and loyalty by doing little help. Yes, Lord Rama was impressed by the squirrel because the squirrel was concerned to save Sita and showed her true love and loyalty by doing little help. Next, question number 2. How did Hanuman express his devotion for Lord Rama? How did Hanuman express his devotion for Lord Rama? Hanuman, a loyal devotee of Lord Rama, engraved Rama's name in each stone. Hanuman, a loyal devotee of Lord Rama, engraved Rama's name in each stone. In this way, he expressed his devotion for Lord Rama. Once again, I am repeating. Hanuman, a loyal devotee of Lord Rama, engraved Rama's name in each stone. Full stop. In this way, he expressed his devotion for Lord Rama. Next, question number 3. What did we learn from the story, The Squirrels Stripes? What did we learn from the stories, The Squirrels Stripes? We learned many things, but here I am mentioning only one. Okay, that is from the story, The Squirrels Stripes, we learned that we must never make fun of anybody just because of their size. Who told this? Rama told this to the monkey army. Okay, that's why this is the main part that we learn from the story, that is we must never make fun of anybody just because of their size. From the story, The Squirrel Stripes, we learn that we must never make fun of anybody just because of their size. Okay? Next, fill in the blanks. Fill in the blanks. Number 1. Rama, Sita and Lakshmana lived in the dash. Rama, Sita and Lakshmana lived in the dash. Number 2. Dash promised to help Rama. Dash promised to help Rama. Number 3. Rama's heart melted at the dash of the entire army. Rama's heart melted at the dash of the entire army. Number 4. Rama put the squirrel down and dashed her back softly with his 3 fingers. Rama put the squirrel down and dashed her back softly with his 3 fingers. Moving to the next exercise, that is answer in one word. Answer in one word. Number 1. He was a devotee of Lord Rama. He was a devotee of Lord Rama. The bridge was finally constructed because of this. The bridge was finally constructed because of this. Number 3. They realized their mistake and started using the pebbles that the squirrel had accumulated. They realized their mistake and started using the pebbles that the squirrel had accumulated. Who realized that? You have to write as the answer. Okay. Now this chapter is also done. So we have already completed the 2 chapters. Now the last chapter, that is Witty Birbal. Okay. we'll move on to the chapter Witty Birbal. That is chapter 7 from your book. Chapter 7 from your textbook. Okay. So let's see the summary. Emperor Akbar, who ruled India, had several wise and talented people in his court. Birbal was one among them. He became popular for his intelligence, wit, and humor. With his presence of mind, he quickly solved many cases in Akbar's court. One day, Akbar drew a line on the ground and asked Birbal how he can make it shorter without touching his line. Birbal simply drew a longer line next to the line which Akbar had drawn and solved the trick. In another case, a dishonest man accused Hassan, an honest man, of stealing his necklace. The old man insisted that if Hassan was innocent, he should prove it by holding a red-hot iron with his bare hands. He claimed that if he was speaking the truth, the hot iron would not burn his hands. Hassan then approached to Birbal to take help in solving this case and proved his innocence before Akbar. When Hassan appeared in the court on the next day, he insisted that the old man must also touch the red-hot iron to prove his honesty, in which case the red-hot iron would not burn his hands too. And in this way, Birbal helped Hassan to prove his innocence to the emperor, and the old man walked away by hanging his head in shame and walked away from the scene. Okay? Now children, from this story, what did we learn? That having common sense and understanding helps us to overcome many things. Okay? And we must always be honest. Okay? We should always be honest from our sides. Okay? We must never tell any lie. Okay? Now we'll move on to the exercise part. So again, write down, answer the following questions. Answer the following questions. Number 1. What happened to the old man who accused Hassan? What happened to the old man who accused Hassan? Answer. The old man who accused Hassan walked away from the scene ashamed. The old man who accused Hassan walked away from the scene ashamed. Number 2. How did Birbal treat everyone? How did Birbal treat everyone? Birbal treated everyone equally. Birbal treated everyone equally. The answers are very simple and very easy. Okay. Next, number 3. Who came to the emperor's court and with whom? Who came to the emperor's court and with whom? One day an old man came to the emperor's court with another man named Hassan. One day an old man came to the emperor's court with another man named Hassan. Next exercise, fill in the blanks. Fill in the blanks. Number 1. Dash used to rule India. Dash used to rule India. Number 2. Birbal drew a dash line next to the line that the king had drawn. Birbal drew a dash line next to the line that the king had drawn. Number 3. One day an old man came to the dash court. One day an old man came to the dash court. Number 4. The old man hung his head in dash and walked away from the scene. The old man hung his head in dash and walked away from the scene. The last exercise, that is answer in one word. Answer in one word. Number 1. Hassan was this man. Hassan was this man. Number 2. Birbal was this towards everyone. Birbal was this towards everyone. Number 3. Hassan went to Birbal for this. Hassan went to Birbal for this. I hope all of you have written everything down in your copies and you will write the answers accordingly. Okay, you will take the help of your book if you want, and then you can write. Otherwise the answers are very easy. If you have gone through the story, you will be able to write the answers without even looking into your book. Okay, so children, that's all for today's class. Thank you and have a nice day.